Every conversation you enter is a door. Most will walk past it, distracted, caught in the noise of their own thoughts, too busy preparing what they will say next, to notice the invitation standing right in front of them. A few will pause, a few will knock. But the ones who change their lives, the ones who change the world, are the ones who learn to open every door wide and step through it with courage, curiosity, and care. In a world obsessed with shouting louder, flashing brighter, talking faster, there is a quiet revolution waiting for those who dare to do the opposite. Those who dare to listen, those who dare to see, those who dare to connect before they convince. You were not designed to win arguments. You were designed to win hearts. You were not born to compete for attention. You were born to command it, not through volume, but through presence. Dale Carnegie understood this better than anyone. He knew that leadership was not domination. It was invitation. That influence was not manipulation. It was understanding. That success in life, in business, in relationships would always belong to the person who made others feel seen, heard, and valued. Carnegie didn't teach people how to talk. He taught them how to reach into another person's heart and light a fire there. Every great leader, every memorable figure in history, from Abraham Lincoln to Eleanor Roosevelt to Walt Disney, succeeded not because they shouted the loudest, but because they understood this simple, timeless truth. People don't follow titles. People don't follow power. People follow those who make them feel important. In every conversation you will ever have, there is a hidden question floating silently beneath the surface, whether the other person knows it or not. That question is, do you see me? Do I matter to you? Answer it well, and you will open doors others can't even find. Ignore it, and you will forever wonder why opportunities seem to slip away just as you reach for them. The people who master connection are not the most eloquent, the most educated, or even the most charismatic. They are the most awake. Awake to the small signals others miss, the tightening of a jaw, the flicker of hesitation in an eye, the subtle shift in tone that says, I am sharing a piece of myself. Will you notice? Most people listen with half their mind and none of their heart. But the masters, they listen with everything. They listen with their body, leaning slightly forward. They listen with their eyes, seeing not just the face, but the feeling behind it. They listen with their silence, making space for what matters to emerge. Opportunity is not loud. Opportunity rarely announces itself with a trumpet blast or a flashing neon sign. Opportunity comes wrapped in the ordinary. A comment tossed out half-jokingly. A sigh between sentences. A look away when you hit a nerve. If you are only half listening, you will miss it. If you are trying to impress, you will miss it. If you are waiting for your turn to talk, you will miss it. But if you are truly present, if you are alive to the deeper currents beneath the words, you will find that opportunities are everywhere, not rare, not scarce, but abundant beyond measure. Every conversation is a stage where influence is won or lost, not by the strength of your voice, but by the strength of your attention. Every smile you give genuinely, every name you remember, every moment you show that you value the other person, not for what they can do for you, but for who they are, it all builds the invisible bridges upon which your success will travel. Dale Carnegie knew that people crave significance, that underneath the bravado, the ambition, the polished surfaces, every human heart beats with the same desperate question, am I enough? When you answer that question for someone, when you make them feel enough, they will trust you, follow you, open doors for you that you could never pry open by force. You do not need to manipulate people to move them. You need only to understand them. You do not need to overpower the conversation to lead it. You need only to care enough to notice where it wants to go and gently guide it there with humility and respect. Connection is not a technique. It is a way of being. It is the courage to slow down when the world says, speed up. It is the strength to stay present when your mind wants to race ahead. It is the wisdom to know that every human being you meet carries a universe inside them. A universe that may look nothing like yours, but that matters just as much. If you truly understand this, you will never again see a conversation as just small talk. You will see every encounter as a sacred opportunity to light a spark, to open a door, to lift a burden, to leave a soul stronger than you found it. You will no longer need to chase success, because success will be drawn to you irresistibly by the magnetic force of your ability to connect. The next time you sit across from someone at a coffee shop, in a meeting, on a Zoom call, remember, this moment is not small. This interaction is not random. This conversation could change everything. The opportunity is there, waiting, hidden behind the words, behind the stories, behind the fear. Will you notice it? Will you step through it? Will you be the person who listens so deeply that others find themselves speaking truths they didn't even know they had? Will you be the person who remembers the small details, the dream they shared offhandedly, the concern they hid behind a laugh, and brings them back with care, showing that you heard them, you valued them, you remembered? Trust is not built through grand gestures. It is built moment by moment, conversation by conversation, presence by presence. Influence is not the thunderclap of a single speech. It is the steady rain of consistent connection. Leadership is not the sharp command. It is the gentle question that draws out the best in others. In every conversation, you are either building bridges or burning them. You are either planting seeds of trust or sowing doubt. You are either creating opportunity or closing it off forever. Choose wisely. Speak wisely. Listen like your future depends on it, because it does. In a world starving for realness, you will stand out by being authentic. In a world addicted to speed, you will stand out by being present. In a world that measures success by how loudly you can shout, you will lead by how quietly you can listen. In a world where everyone is trying to be interesting, you will change lives by being interested. The person who turns every conversation into opportunity is not the one who talks the most or the one who dazzles with brilliance. It is the one who makes others feel brilliant in their presence. It is the one who understands that influence is not about pushing people where you want them to go. It is about walking with them toward a future they want to believe in. When you master this, you will move through life differently. You will walk into rooms where no one knows your name and leave with allies who would cross oceans for you. You will speak words that are remembered long after the sound of them has faded. You will plant seeds that grow into legacies. Every conversation is a door. Every door is a world. Every world is waiting for you. The question is, will you walk through?